This ministry content is brought to you by the partners of Terri, Savelle Ministries.
It's serious whether or not you get healthy. Don't wait till it's too late. It's serious whether or not you get your money in order. Don't end up dependent on your kids to take care of you. It's serious whether or not you fulfill your assignment from God. It's serious whether or not you write your book, get your license to fly planes or sell houses or cut hair, to live your dreams. I heard Darren, who is the publisher of Success Magazine, talking about how when he was ready to find the right woman and get married, and one day he got serious about this dream. Instead of just wishing she'd magically show up, he sat down and wrote out a vision of the ideal wife, like a vision board. Everything he would desire for a future spouse. Well, then after looking at this amazing woman on paper, he thought, would a woman like that be attracted to a person like me? Then he asked himself this important question. Who do I need to become to attract a girl of that standard? He realized he needed to raise his personal standards within himself. Well, I want to give you the 5 keys to help you raise your standards and become the best version of you for the new year. By the way, I'm Terri, Savelle, your cheerleader of dreams. And I want to talk to you today about how to start your year right. And I only know how to share from experience with what God has taught me and what He's done in my life. You know, Leonardo DiCaprio said, every next level of your life will demand a different you. And this is going to help you so much in preparing for the new year. So let me tell you real quick, for those of you who are wondering, yes, your download this week is my best resource available to help you plan your year right. It's the online vision board course, normally $97 for only $8 again this week. Merry Christmas! You know, we've had over 30,000 people from all over the world enroll in this course. But what's even better is the testimonies we get every single day of people checking off their goals and their dreams. So you don't want to wait till the end of the video to hear about the course, then you can just click the link in the description right now and you'll be able to get the entire course for only $8. Okay, back to our topic. Raising your standards to achieve your dreams. Let me explain standards. They're basically what you say yes to and what you say no to. It's where you draw the line in your life and you refuse to go below it. For example, in your health, you have a standard. There's a limit to what you will allow yourself to weigh. There is a number. You may not like it, but that's your standard right now. Or in your finances, you have a limit as to what you will allow your savings account to get down to, or your checking account. That's your current standard. I heard someone say the other day they have like $200 in their account. And then I heard another person say, I will never allow my savings account to get below $40,000. That's her standard. See, you have standards in your house. How junky you'll allow it to get before you clean it up. That's your standard. You have standards with your time. How much time you spend watching TV and scrolling social media. There comes a time when you go, okay, that's enough mindless scrolling. I've wasted too much time. So what I'm saying is you and I both have standards whether we've thought about it or not. Well, if you want to go to a new level this next year, you have to elevate your standards. We all do. We have to raise them. But how, Terri? Well, 5 keys that I've learned to set you up for the greatest year ever. Are you ready? Okay, number 1 is get serious. Jim Rohn said, if you want to be successful, the first thing you need to do is get serious. It's serious whether or not you get healthy. Don't wait till it's too late. It's serious whether or not you get your money in order. Don't end up dependent on your kids to take care of you. It's serious whether or not you fulfill your assignment from God. It's serious whether or not you write your book, get your license to fly planes or sell houses or cut hair, to live your dreams. I heard Michael Todd say, when God gives you a vision, don't treat it as a cheap suggestion. In other words, it's serious to God. Number 2 is get a schedule. Get a schedule. You know, maybe you're busier than ever and you struggle to find time to invest in yourself or enroll in a vision board course. You know in your heart it would help, but you don't have time. Here's the thing. If this sounds like you, I have the solution. It's called a calendar. See, here's the thing. Scheduling things on your calendar It's not about getting more things done, it's about getting the right things done. In other words, start going to bed at a certain time. That's your new standard. Wake up at a certain time. It's your new schedule. And protect it. See, your family will get used to the fact that you go to bed earlier than normal, but you also wake up earlier than normal. Why? To work on you. Just this right here, raising your standard about when you go to bed and when you wake up will shift your identity. You'll start seeing yourself as someone with successful habits. And remember, what gets scheduled gets done. Number 3 is find mentors. Find someone who is 7 to 10 steps ahead of you that you can learn from. See, what brought you here will keep you here. If you want to go to a new level, then you have to be stretched by people doing better than you. I heard Darren Hardy say it like this. He said, never take advice from someone you wouldn't trade places with. And yes, you can heed warnings from people who blew it years ago and take their advice to don't go down the path I went. But what he meant was, don't let your broke friend tell you how to handle your money. Don't let your out of shape friend tell you how you should be eating. Don't let your friend who can't keep a relationship tell you what to do in your marriage. Or don't let your friend who gave up on their dream tell you how to go after yours. Never take advice from someone you wouldn't trade places with. So this is how you raise your standards for the new year. Whether it's my vision board course or someone else's course, you need coaching. What you've learned up to now has brought you to this moment. See, what I learned up to 2002, it brought me to that moment. I was in debt, separated, unhealthy, no goals. But I had to find mentors to take me to a new identity, and I still do. In fact, that's part of the reason I ask you to subscribe to this channel, because by being a subscriber, you just started investing in yourself. And what you're saying by just pushing subscribe is, I want to learn, I want to grow, I want to raise my standard by having mentors help me. So if you haven't subscribed, I want to ask you, become a serious student today. Like, close out the year saying things are going to be different next year, and I'm investing in myself. And I want to say thank you for trusting me to be one of your coaches, just speaking life into your dreams. Okay, number 4 is get invested in someone else. See, when you're self-conscious, it means you're conscious of yourself. When you get yourself off your mind and you start investing in someone else, it actually builds your confidence. Now, you may or may not know that we have outreaches here at our ministry helping young girls and women in human trafficking. We go into the strip clubs and minister face-to-face with these girls. And I remember one time I was in the locker room and we were praying with the girls before they go out to dance. And they always receive our prayers. Well, I walked up to this beautiful young girl, big brown eyes, looked about 18 years old. And I said, can I pray for you? And she said, sure. So I hugged her and prayed and just whispered in her ear and prayed. And when I finished, she just looked up at me so innocently and so precious. And she just, those big brown eyes. And I said, oh my goodness, you could be my daughter. I said, I wish I could just take you home with me. And she just looked at me like, I wish you could take me home. Well, when I invested in that young girl, my insecurities were gone. I wasn't thinking about my junk. I felt so good inside because we were serving, helping, investing, being the hands and feet of Jesus. I wasn't thinking about my thighs are so big, my sagging skin at 54 years old, my voice. No, my problems look so ridiculous compared to what she's going through. And when you get yourself off your mind and you invest in someone else, it actually builds your confidence. So find a place to serve or give to an outreach. That's how you raise your standards. And number 5 is get moving. Take immediate action. Don't hesitate. I heard someone say, if you get inspired to do something and you don't do something about it within 24 hours, chances are you never will. What does that mean? Well, when the alarm goes off, don't hesitate, get up. When you pull up at the gym and you sit in the parking lot, don't hesitate, get inside. When God tells you to give, to be a blessing, don't hesitate, get the seed in the ground. When you stick to your bedtime schedule and then your brain tells you to scroll Instagram, don't hesitate, turn the light off, put the phone up and go to bed. Don't hesitate, do it now. And you know what's going to happen? A shift. A shift is going to take place in your identity, and what used to hold you back will no longer have power over you. In fact, you've probably heard this example about the elephant. How the story goes how this elephant was tied to an 18-inch stake in the ground. This massive creature, capable of pulling down entire trees with one tug, he stood confined to a puny 18-inch stake in the ground. How could that be? Well, because the elephant had tried to break free when he was a baby and he couldn't. So he just assumed all these years later he could never break free. So he didn't even try. Well, I'm telling you, if you'll take these 5 keys to heart, a shift is going to take place in your identity, and what used to hold you back will no longer have power over you. So don't miss your opportunity to get started planning your greatest year ever with my best-selling vision board course that's normally $97 for only $8. Just click the link in the description and you will start the new year more focused and more ready than ever before. And I'll be cheering you on to live your dreams. I want to ask you to help me with something very important. You may not know my story, but after I was violated as a young girl and dealt with horrible insecurities and deep shame, I made it my mission to help young women. So each year we provide funds for local safe houses and give shelter and resources to young women. All of this is possible because of our amazing monthly partners. Would you become a monthly partner with our ministry and help me fight against the demonic attack on young girls? Visit terri.com/partner or call the number on the screen today.